Welcome to Numismatics, your home for rare coin discoveries. In this channel, we explore 9 valuable coins, especially the Roosevelt one dime, along with other hidden U.S. treasures. Learn how mint marks, condition, scratches, and rare errors can turn ordinary coins into high-value collectibles. Stay with Numismatics and unlock the secrets of your pocket change. First coin. The 1990 Roosevelt one dime with the P mint mark is one of those coins that many people overlook in everyday change, yet under the right conditions, it can become an incredibly valuable collectible worth hundreds of thousands of dollars in today's auction market. This coin was minted in Philadelphia, which is represented by the small P mint mark found on the obverse side of the coin just above the date. The Roosevelt dime series honors President Franklin D. Roosevelt and has been a regular part of United States coinage since 1946. By 1,990 millions of dimes were produced, but only a tiny number with special characteristics, rare errors, or exceptional preservation have reached extremely high values among collectors and auction houses around the world. The 1990p Roosevelt dime was struck using a copper core with a nickel outer layer, giving it the familiar silver-colored appearance even though it does not contain silver. The official weight of the coin is about 2.27 grams, and collectors often check the weight carefully to confirm authenticity. A circulated coin usually shows signs of use such as light scratches, small contact marks, and visible surface wear. These marks appear as the coin passes from hand to hand in daily transactions. Circulated examples are very common, but when collectors discover one with unusual features or nearly perfect detail despite circulation, it can become highly desirable and command remarkable prices. Original. Surface wear is one of the most important factors in determining the value of a circulated 1990p Roosevelt dime. On a coin with moderate wear, the high points such as Roosevelt's hair, cheek, and jawline begin to flatten slightly. The torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse side may also show reduced detail. Scratches are another key factor. Light scratches from everyday handling are normal and usually reduce the coin's grade, but deep scratches or heavy damage can significantly lower the value. However, in some rare cases, even a circulated coin with minor scratches can still be extremely valuable if it contains a rare minting error or unique die variety. One of the main reasons a 1990p Roosevelt dime can reach values as high as $300,000 is the presence of rare mint errors. These may include double die strikes, off-center strikes, or missing design elements caused during the minting process. Collectors search carefully for these unusual features using magnifying tools and proper lighting. A strong strike with clear details and minimal surface wear makes the coin stand out even more. When such a coin appears at a professional auction, competitive bidding between collectors can drive the price to astonishing levels. The condition of the coin is described using grading terms that range from circulated grades like good, very good, and fine to higher grades such as very fine and extra fine. In circulated condition with light surface wear, the coin still retains visible details but lacks the bright luster seen on uncirculated coins. Luster refers to the original shine produced during minting, and once it fades due to circulation, it rarely returns. Even so, a circulated 1990p dime that retains partial luster along protected areas can still receive strong interest from collectors. The cleaner the surfaces and the fewer the scratches, the better the chances of achieving a higher grade and value. Roosevelt's auction market value depends on a combination of rarity, demand, and overall coin quality. In today's market, most standard circulated 1990p Roosevelt dimes are worth only their face value or slightly more. However, extremely rare examples with verified mint errors and strong preservation have been known to reach extraordinary prices in major auctions. When collectors hear about a coin estimated at $300,000, it usually means the coin possesses a unique feature that sets it apart from ordinary pieces. Professional grading services authenticate such coins, assign a grade, and seal them in protective holders to preserve their condition. Scratches and contact marks play a large role in the visual appeal of a coin. Minor scratches that are shallow and limited in number may still allow a coin to remain collectible. Heavier scratches that cut deeply into the metal reduce eye appeal and lower the grade. Surface wear also affects the clarity of Roosevelt's portrait. In higher-grade circulated coins, the ear, hair strands, and lettering remain sharp, while lower-grade examples appear smooth and worn. Collectors often tilt the coin under light to detect hidden scratches and evaluate its overall condition. Als, the Philadelphia Mint, marked with the P Mint mark, has produced countless Roosevelt dimes, making the 1990 issue common in general circulation. Despite this, collectors continue to search through rolls of coins and old collections hoping to find a rare variety. Finding a valuable piece often requires patience, knowledge, and attention to small details. Those who study mint marks, strike quality, and wear patterns are more likely to recognize a potentially valuable coin when it appears. In the modern auction market, the highest prices are reserved for coins that combine rarity, outstanding detail, and historical significance. A circulated 1990p Roosevelt dime with light scratches and moderate surface wear would typically sell for a small amount, but a rare error example with the same date and mint mark could reach astonishing values close to $300,000 if confirmed by experts. This dramatic difference in value shows why careful inspection and proper storage are essential for collectors. Keeping coins in protective holders prevents additional scratches and preserves whatever condition remains. The fascination with the 1990p Roosevelt dime continues to grow as collectors share discoveries and auction results across the world. Each coin tells a story of production, circulation, and survival over time. While most examples remain simple everyday currency, a rare few stand out as treasures worth significant amounts of money. Understanding mint marks, circulated condition, scratches, and surface wear helps collectors identify which coins deserve closer examination and which might hold hidden value in today's competitive auction markets. Next coin, the 2022 Roosevelt 1 dime with the P mint mark, is a modern United States coin that many people still find in everyday circulation. Yet under rare circumstances, it can become extremely valuable to collectors. This coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is identified by the small P mint mark located near the date on the obverse side. The Roosevelt dime series has been produced since 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, and the 2022 issue continues that long tradition with modern minting technology and durable copper-nickel composition. Millions of these coins were produced, meaning most examples are common, but collectors continue to search for unusual pieces that stand out due to rare characteristics or exceptional preservation. Link +1. The 2022 P Roosevelt dime is made from a copper core coated with nickel, giving it the familiar silver-colored appearance. The official weight of this coin is about 2.27 grams, and collectors often check the weight and diameter to confirm that the coin matches official mint specifications. Because more than 1 billion 2022 P dimes were produced, they are widely available in circulation and usually found in pocket change. In circulated condition, these coins often show light scratches and visible signs of wear caused by repeated handling and contact with other coins. Such marks are normal for circulated coins and help collectors determine how much the coin has been used over time. Link +1. Circulated examples of the 2022 P dime frequently display surface wear, especially on the high points of the design. Roosevelt's hair, cheek, and jawline may appear slightly flattened as the coin continues to pass through circulation. On the reverse side, the torch and branches may lose some of their sharpness due to friction. Scratches are another common feature seen on circulated coins. Small and shallow scratches often result from normal use, while deeper scratches may indicate rough handling. Although scratches usually reduce a coin's value, a circulated coin can still attract strong collector interest if it contains a rare minting error or unusual feature. These rare characteristics are often what turn an ordinary coin into a collectible piece worth far more than its face value. Condition plays a major role in determining the overall worth of any Roosevelt dime, including the 2022 P issue. A coin described as fine or very fine shows noticeable wear but still retains readable details and lettering. When a coin develops a slightly rusty appearance, it is usually caused by environmental exposure, moisture, or chemical reactions affecting the metal surface. While true rust does not typically form on copper-nickel coins, discoloration and corrosion-like spots can appear if the coin has been stored in poor conditions. These marks may affect the surface appearance and reduce the grade, but collectors sometimes keep such coins if they display rare features or historical interest. In the modern coin market, the value of a standard circulated 2022 P Roosevelt dime is usually close to its face value, with most pieces worth only a few cents, above 10 cents in average condition. High-grade uncirculated examples with excellent detail and bright surfaces can sell for a few dollars depending on their condition and strike quality. Some of the most desirable pieces feature what collectors call full bands on the reverse torch design, meaning the horizontal bands are clearly separated and sharply struck. Coins with this level of detail are considered superior and can bring higher premiums than ordinary examples. Link +1. The possibility of a 2022 P. Roosevelt dime reaching a value as high as $310,000 would almost always depend on the presence of an extremely rare mint error or a one-of-a-kind production mistake. Mint errors occur during the striking process and can include off-center strikes, die cracks, die chips, or missing design elements. Some known modern errors, such as die chips appearing as raised blobs on Roosevelt's face, or unusual die breaks, have been documented and sold for higher prices than regular coins. While many errors are minor and only slightly increase value, rare and dramatic errors can attract serious attention from collectors and auction houses. Link +1. Scratches and surface wear continue to be key factors when evaluating circulated coins. A coin with minimal scratches and smooth surfaces will appear more attractive and receive a higher grade than one with heavy damage. Collectors carefully examine the coin under bright light and magnification to detect tiny marks and determine the overall quality. Even when a coin shows moderate wear, if the design details remain visible and the lettering is clear, it may still be considered collectible. Surface quality, strike sharpness, and originality together influence the final price achieved at auction. Rust-like discoloration or staining on a 2022 P. Roosevelt dime often indicates that the coin was exposed to moisture, dirt, or chemical substances. Such conditions may cause dullness or uneven coloring on the coin's surface. While these marks usually reduce collector appeal, they also tell a story about how the coin traveled through circulation and survived different environments. Some collectors enjoy studying these effects as part of understanding the life cycle of circulated coins. Proper storage in dry holders or protective sleeves can prevent additional damage and preserve the coin's remaining details. In today's auction market, collectors place the highest value on coins that combine rarity, exceptional detail, and strong visual appeal. Although most 2022 P. Roosevelt dimes remain common circulation coins worth only small amounts, a rare example with unique characteristics could become extremely valuable. Coins that are professionally graded and authenticated by experts are more trusted by buyers, especially when large sums of money are involved. The excitement of discovering a valuable coin among everyday change continues to inspire collectors to examine their coins carefully and learn about the small details that make certain pieces stand out from the rest. Next coin, the 2018 Roosevelt 1 dime with the D mint mark, is a modern United States coin that many people see in everyday change, yet certain rare examples of this date have gained strong attention among collectors. This coin was produced at the Denver Mint, which is identified by the small D mint mark located on the obverse side of the coin near the date. The Roosevelt dime series has been part of American coinage since 1946, honoring President Franklin D. Roosevelt for his leadership and his connection to the March of Dimes campaign. By the year 2018, billions of Roosevelt dimes had already been produced over decades, and the 2018 D issue continued this long-running tradition with large production numbers intended for daily circulation across the United States. The 2018 D Roosevelt dime is composed of a copper core layered with nickel, which gives the coin its silver-like appearance while maintaining strength and durability. The official weight of the coin is approximately 2.27 grams, and collectors often check the weight and thickness to confirm authenticity and ensure that the coin has not been altered. Circulated examples of the 2018 D dime are extremely common, and most show signs of use such as light scratches, dull surfaces, and small contact marks from handling. These signs of wear develop naturally as coins move through pockets, cash registers, and coin-counting machines during everyday transactions. In circulated condition, surface wear becomes visible first on the highest points of the design. On the obverse side, Roosevelt's hair detail, cheek, and jawline gradually lose sharpness as the coin continues to be used. On the reverse side, the torch and branches may appear slightly flattened, especially around the horizontal bands of the torch. Scratches are also common on circulated coins, and these marks can vary from very light hairline scratches to more noticeable lines caused by contact with other coins. A coin described as dusty fine condition often means the coin has been stored in an environment where dust and small particles settled on the surface, creating a dull appearance and reducing the natural shine originally present when the coin was first struck. Dusty surfaces do not necessarily mean the coin is damaged beyond interest, but they can reduce its overall visual appeal. Collectors sometimes encounter coins that appear dull or dusty due to long storage in containers, drawers, or old collections. In some cases, dust particles can leave faint marks or stains on the metal surface, making the coin appear older than it actually is. While cleaning a coin might seem like a simple solution, experienced collectors strongly avoid cleaning because it can cause additional scratches and permanently lower the coin's grade and value. Instead, coins should be stored carefully in protective holders to prevent further exposure to dust and environmental damage. The presence of scratches plays a major role in determining the collectible value of any circulated Roosevelt dime. Light scratches that occur from normal handling are usually acceptable in lower circulated grades, but deep scratches or gouges can significantly reduce value. Even so, certain rare coins with noticeable wear have still sold for impressive amounts when they contain unusual mint errors or distinctive features that make them unique. For the 2018 D Roosevelt dime, collectors pay close attention to strike quality, die alignment, and unusual markings that may indicate a minting error. These features are often discovered only after careful examination with magnification and bright lighting. One of the main reasons a 2018 D Roosevelt dime might reach a value as high as $320,000 in today's auction market would be the presence of a rare and dramatic mint error. Mint errors occur during the production process when the coin is struck incorrectly. Examples of such errors include off-center strikes, doubled designs, die cracks, or missing design elements. These unusual characteristics create scarcity because only a small number of coins are affected. When collectors discover such pieces, they often submit them to professional grading services that authenticate the coin, assign a grade, and seal it in a protective holder. Coins verified in this way gain more trust from buyers and may achieve higher auction prices. Condition grading is an important step in evaluating the value of circulated coins. A coin in fine condition usually shows moderate wear, but still retains clear lettering and visible design elements. In dusty fine condition, the coin may appear dull with minor scratches and softened details, yet it still maintains recognizable features across both sides. Higher grades, such as very fine or extra fine, show less wear and more detail, making them more attractive to collectors. Even among circulated coins, those with fewer scratches and better preserved surfaces tend to command stronger interest in auctions and private sales. Because the auction market value of modern coins, like the 2018 Roosevelt dime, depends heavily on rarity, demand, and eye appeal. Most circulated examples of this date remain common and are worth only their face value of 10 cents. However, rare varieties or coins with significant mint errors have captured the attention of collectors and investors. When a coin with unique characteristics appears at a major auction, competitive bidding between collectors can quickly increase the price. Reports of high-value coins reaching hundreds of thousands of dollars usually involve extremely rare examples that stand apart from ordinary circulation pieces. Storage conditions also influence how a coin ages over time. Coins kept in dusty or humid environments may develop dull surfaces or discoloration, reducing their visual quality. Collectors who wish to protect their coins use specialized holders, albums, or airtight containers to reduce contact with dust and moisture. Proper storage helps maintain the coin's condition and ensures that details remain visible for many years. Even a circulated coin can remain attractive if it has been stored correctly and protected from harsh environmental conditions. Also, the fascination with the 2018 Roosevelt dime continues because collectors enjoy searching through rolls of coins and everyday change, hoping to discover a rare example. Each coin carries its own history of circulation, wear, and survival. While most pieces remain ordinary and widely available, a small number stand out because of unusual features, stronger details, or unique minting errors. Understanding mint marks, circulated condition, scratches, dusty surfaces, and grading standards helps collectors identify coins that deserve closer attention and possibly hold surprising value in today's competitive auction market. Next coin, the 1989 Roosevelt 1 dime with the P mint mark, is a widely circulated United States coin that many people have handled in everyday transactions, yet certain rare examples of this coin have drawn major attention from collectors. This coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which is represented by the small P mint mark located on the obverse side near the date. The Roosevelt dime series has honored President Franklin D. Roosevelt since 1946, and by 1989, the design had already become one of the most familiar coins in American currency. Large numbers of dimes were struck in 1989, making most examples common. But collectors continue to search for rare pieces that show unusual characteristics or strong detail despite circulation. The 1989p Roosevelt dime is made from a copper core covered by a nickel outer layer, giving it the bright, silver-colored appearance commonly seen in pocket change. The official weight of the coin is approximately 2.27 grams, and collectors often check the weight to ensure that the coin matches official mint standards. Circulated examples are extremely common, and most show clear signs of use, such as scratches, worn surfaces, and minor contact marks from repeated handling. These features are natural results of circulation and help collectors determine how much the coin has been used over time. Scratches are one of the most noticeable features on circulated coins. Light scratches may appear as thin lines across the surface, usually caused by contact with other coins inside pockets, jars, or coin machines. Heavier scratches can be deeper and more visible, often lowering the coin's overall grade. In the case of a 1989p Roosevelt dime, collectors carefully observe how these scratches affect the portrait of Roosevelt and the reverse design elements. When scratches are limited and do not cover important details, the coin may still be considered collectible, especially if other rare features are present. However, heavy scratches that cross major design areas usually reduce the coin's desirability and value. Edge damage is another important factor when evaluating circulated dimes. The edge of a coin protects the design and helps maintain the coin's shape. Damage to the edge may occur when the coin is dropped, struck against hard surfaces, or caught in machinery. Small nicks or dents along the edge are fairly common in circulated coins, but severe edge damage can distort the shape and lower the grade significantly. In some cases, minor edge damage may still be acceptable to collectors if the coin contains a rare minting error or remains otherwise well preserved. Observing the edge closely under good lighting helps identify whether the damage occurred during circulation or possibly during the minting process. The condition of a circulated 1989p Roosevelt dime is often described using grading terms such as good, very good, fine, and very fine. A coin in circulated condition typically shows surface wear, especially on high points of the design, like Roosevelt's hair and cheek. Over time, these raised areas gradually flatten, reducing the sharpness of the original details. On the reverse side, the torch and branches may also lose definition as the coin continues to be used. Despite these signs of wear, many circulated coins remain collectible because they still display clear lettering and recognizable design elements. One of the main reasons a 1989p Roosevelt dime could reach an extremely high auction value, sometimes estimated around $330,000, would be the presence of a rare mint error or unusual die variety. Mint errors happen during the production process when the coin is struck incorrectly. Examples include off-center strikes, doubled lettering, or unusual die cracks that create unexpected shapes on the coin's surface. These rare characteristics make certain coins highly desirable among collectors because they are difficult to find and often unique. When such a coin appears in an auction, competition among collectors can quickly increase the price. While professional authentication and grading play a major role in determining the final value of rare coins. Collectors often send potentially valuable coins to grading services where experts examine the coin carefully, confirm its authenticity, and assign a numerical grade based on its condition. Once graded, the coin is sealed inside a protective holder that prevents further damage and preserves its quality. Coins that have been professionally graded are generally trusted more by buyers and can achieve higher prices in auction markets. This process is especially important for coins believed to have significant value due to rare features or exceptional preservation. Visual's surface wear, combined with scratches and edge damage, creates a unique appearance for each circulated coin. Some coins show even wear across the surface, while others display concentrated damage in certain areas. Collectors evaluate these patterns to understand the coin's history and determine its overall quality. A coin with moderate wear but clear details may still be appealing, especially if it retains partial original shine in protected areas around the lettering. Even small improvements in condition can still make a noticeable difference in how collectors value the coin. The Philadelphia Mint, responsible for producing the 1989p Roosevelt dime, has a long history of manufacturing coins for circulation throughout the United States. Because so many coins were produced, most examples remain common and are worth only their face value. However, rare varieties and unusual minting errors continue to attract attention from collectors around the world. Stories of high-value coins encourage hobbyists to examine their spare change carefully, looking for hidden treasures that may have gone unnoticed for years. The ongoing interest in the 1989p Roosevelt dime demonstrates how even ordinary coins can become extraordinary under the right conditions. Collectors remain fascinated by the possibility of discovering a rare piece with unique features, especially one that shows signs of circulation, yet still holds strong detail. Understanding mint marks, circulated condition, scratches, and edge damage helps collectors recognize valuable characteristics and decide which coins deserve closer examination. Each coin tells its own story through the marks it carries, and while most remain simple everyday currency, a few rare examples continue to stand out as remarkable collectibles capable of reaching impressive values in today's auction market. Next coin, the 1994 Roosevelt I dime with the P Mint mark, is a commonly circulated United States coin that many people have handled in everyday transactions, yet certain rare examples of this coin have become highly desirable among collectors. This coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which is represented by the small P Mint mark located on the obverse side of the coin near the date. The Roosevelt dime series has been in circulation since 1946 and honors President Franklin D. Roosevelt for his leadership and contributions to American history. By the year 1994 millions of dimes were produced for circulation, making most examples ordinary. But collectors remain interested in searching for rare pieces that show unusual characteristics or strong detail even after years of use. The 1994p Roosevelt dime is made from a copper core covered with a nickel outer layer, which gives the coin its bright silver-colored appearance. The official weight of the coin is about 2.27 grams, and collectors often measure the weight to confirm authenticity and detect any unusual differences. Circulated coins from this year usually display signs of wear such as scratches, dull surfaces, and small marks caused by repeated contact with other coins. These signs develop naturally as the coin passes through many hands, cash drawers, and machines during daily transactions. Over time, the coin begins to lose its original shine, and the details of the design become less sharp. Usos scratches are one of the most common features found on circulated coins. Light scratches may appear as fine lines across the surface and are usually caused by friction with other coins or objects. Deeper scratches can occur when a coin is dropped on hard surfaces or rubbed against rough materials. In a 1994p Roosevelt dime, collectors often examine the portrait of Roosevelt closely to determine how severe the scratches are and how much they affect the coin's appearance. Minor scratches that do not disturb the major design elements may still allow the coin to be considered collectible, while heavy scratches that damage important areas usually lower the coin's grade and value. Environmental damage is another factor that can influence the appearance and condition of a circulated coin. Environmental damage happens when a coin is exposed to moisture, chemicals, soil, or extreme temperatures over a long period of time. Such exposure can cause discoloration, dark spots, or uneven surfaces on the coin. A 1994p Roosevelt dime that has been buried in the ground or stored in a damp location may show signs of corrosion-like staining or rough texture. Although environmental damage often reduces the value of a coin, it can also create a distinctive look that tells a story about the coin's journey through different environments. Collectors sometimes find coins with unusual coloration or patterns caused by long-term exposure to natural elements. The condition of a circulated 1994p Roosevelt dime is usually described using grading terms such as good, very good, fine, or very fine. In circulated condition, the high points of the design are the first to show wear. Roosevelt's hair, cheek, and jawline gradually become smoother as the coin continues to circulate. On the reverse side, the torch and branches may lose sharpness, especially around the fine lines and details. Even with these signs of wear, many circulated coins remain readable and recognizable, making them suitable for collection when other features increase their interest. Coins that retain clear lettering and visible details are more appealing than those with heavily worn surfaces. The possibility of a 1994p Roosevelt dime reaching a value as high as $340,000 in today's auction market would almost certainly depend on the presence of a rare mint error or unique variety. Mint errors occur when something unusual happens during the striking process, such as misalignment of the dies or incomplete design transfer. These errors can create doubled images, off-center designs, or unexpected marks on the surface. Because such errors are rare, collectors are willing to pay significant amounts for coins that display them clearly. When a rare error coin is discovered, it is often sent to professional grading services for authentication and preservation. EBO's professional grading helps determine the final value of a rare coin. Experts carefully inspect the coin to confirm its authenticity, evaluate its condition, and assign a numerical grade that reflects its level of wear and overall quality. Once graded, the coin is sealed in a protective holder that shields it from further environmental damage and handling. This process gives buyers confidence that the coin has been properly evaluated, which is especially important when large sums of money are involved. Coins that receive high grades or display rare features often perform well in auctions where collectors compete to obtain them. And surface wear combined with environmental damage can create a unique look for each coin. Some coins develop dark toning along the edges, while others show spotted surfaces or dull coloring. These visual changes help collectors identify how the coin was stored and handled throughout its life. Although environmental damage usually reduces value, collectors still examine such coins carefully to see if they contain unusual features that might increase their worth. A coin with moderate wear but clear design details can still attract interest, especially when it shows characteristics that are not commonly found. The Philadelphia Mint, where the 1994p Roosevelt dime was struck, has produced billions of coins over the years, supplying currency for everyday use across the country. Because so many coins were produced, most remain common and are worth only their face value. However, the excitement of discovering a rare variety or mint error continues to encourage collectors to examine their coins carefully. Stories of high-value coins reaching hundreds of thousands of dollars inspire people to check their spare change and old collections in search of hidden treasures. The ongoing popularity of the 1994p Roosevelt dime demonstrates how even a simple coin can become valuable under the right conditions. Each coin carries marks of its journey through circulation, including scratches, wear, and possible environmental effects. Understanding these features allows collectors to recognize differences between ordinary coins and those that may hold special value. Next coin, the 2012 Roosevelt 1 dime with the P Mint mark, is a modern United States coin that many people have seen in daily transactions. Yet certain rare examples from this year have gained attention among collectors because of unusual characteristics and strong preservation. This coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which is identified by the small P Mint mark located near the date on the obverse side of the coin. The Roosevelt dime series has honored President Franklin D. Roosevelt since 1946, and by 2012 the design had remained largely unchanged, continuing to represent stability and tradition in American coinage. Millions of dimes were struck during 2012, making most examples very common. But collectors continue to search carefully for rare pieces that show unique features or exceptional detail even after circulation. The 2012 P. Roosevelt dime is composed of a copper core, covered with a nickel outer layer, which gives the coin its familiar silver-colored appearance. The official weight of this coin is about 2.27 grams, and collectors often check the weight and diameter to confirm authenticity and ensure the coin has not been altered. Circulated coins from 2012 usually display signs of handling such as scratches, dull surfaces, and light contact marks caused by friction with other coins. These signs of use are expected because the coin was designed for everyday circulation, moving from person to person over many years. As the coin circulates, it gradually loses its original shine and begins to show visible wear across the highest points of the design. Surface damage is one of the most important factors affecting the appearance of a circulated 2012 P. Roosevelt dime. Surface damage may include scuffs, dull patches, or rough spots that appear when the coin comes into contact with hard objects or rough surfaces. In many cases, these marks appear as uneven areas where the metal looks slightly flattened or scratched. Collectors closely inspect the portrait of Roosevelt, paying special attention to the hair, cheek, and jawline, as these areas tend to wear down first. On the reverse side, the torch and branches may also show reduced sharpness as the coin continues to circulate. Even with surface damage, a coin can still remain collectible if the main design features remain visible and clear. Scratches are another common sign of circulation and can vary from very fine lines to more noticeable grooves across the surface. Light scratches are usually caused by contact with other coins and are considered normal for circulated examples. Deeper scratches may occur when a coin is dropped or dragged across rough surfaces, and these marks can significantly reduce the coin's grade. In a 2012 P. Roosevelt dime, collectors often examine the coin under bright light to see how many scratches are present and how deeply they affect the metal. Coins with fewer scratches and smoother surfaces are generally more attractive to collectors and may receive higher grades during professional evaluation. The condition of a circulated coin is described using grading levels that help determine its value in the collector market. A coin in fine condition shows moderate wear but still retains clear lettering and recognizable details. A coin with noticeable surface damage may fall into a lower circulated grade, but it can still hold interest if it displays unusual features. Higher-grade circulated coins, such as very fine or extra fine, show less wear and more visible design detail. Even among circulated examples, the difference in condition can have a strong effect on the price collectors are willing to pay. Proper storage also plays a role in maintaining condition, as coins kept in dry holders avoid additional scratches and environmental harm. The possibility of a 2012 P. Roosevelt dime reaching a value as high as $350,000 in today's auction market would almost always depend on the presence of a rare mint error or distinctive die variety. Mint errors occur when something unexpected happens during the coin striking process, such as misaligned dies, doubled images, or incomplete transfers of the design. These rare mistakes create coins that are different from the standard version, making them highly desirable among collectors. Because only a small number of such error coins exist, their scarcity increases demand and can result in exceptionally high auction prices when they appear for sale. Sometimes, professional authentication is an important step for any coin believed to be highly valuable. Collectors often submit rare coins to professional grading services where experts carefully inspect the coin, confirm its authenticity, and assign a numerical grade that reflects its level of wear and overall quality. After grading, the coin is sealed in a protective holder that helps preserve its condition and prevents further surface damage. This process increases buyer confidence and makes it easier to sell the coin in major auctions where collectors compete to acquire rare pieces. Coins with verified authenticity and strong visual appeal usually achieve better results in the market. Surface damage combined with scratches creates a unique pattern on every circulated coin, telling a story of how it traveled through daily use. Some coins develop evenly worn surfaces, while others show concentrated marks in specific areas. Collectors study these patterns to understand how the coin was handled and to evaluate whether the damage affects the main design. A coin that still displays clear lettering and balanced wear may remain desirable even with visible surface marks. Next coin, the 2020 Roosevelt 1 dime, with the D mint mark, is a modern United States coin that many people still find in everyday circulation, yet certain rare examples from this year have captured attention among collectors because of unusual features and strong collector demand. This coin was struck at the Denver Mint, which is represented by the small D mint mark located on the obverse side of the coin near the date. The Roosevelt dime series has remained an important part of United States currency since 1946, honoring President Franklin D. Roosevelt and continuing to serve as a reliable denomination for daily transactions. By the year 2020, millions of these dimes were produced, making most examples very common. But collectors continue to search carefully for rare pieces that stand out from normal circulation coins. The 2020 D Roosevelt dime is made with a copper core surrounded by a nickel outer layer, giving the coin its bright silver-colored look while maintaining strength and durability. The official weight of this coin is about 2.27 grams, and collectors often check the weight to confirm authenticity and ensure the coin has not been altered or damaged beyond recognition. Circulated examples from 2020 often showed typical signs of use, such as scratches, contact marks, and dull surfaces caused by repeated handling. These marks appear naturally as the coin travels through pockets, cash registers, and counting machines during everyday use. Over time, the coin loses its original shine and develops a worn appearance that collectors use to determine its condition. Scratches are one of the most noticeable features found on circulated coins. Light scratches appear as fine lines across the surface and are usually caused by friction with other coins. Deeper scratches may occur when a coin is dropped or rubbed against rough materials. In a 2020 D. Roosevelt dime, collectors carefully examine the portrait of Roosevelt to see how the scratches affect the facial details, especially around the cheek and jawline. On the reverse side, scratches may appear across the torch or branches, sometimes reducing the clarity of the design. Coins with fewer scratches and smoother surfaces are generally more attractive to collectors and may receive better grades during professional evaluation. Stilos, a dull damage condition, sometimes described as dull damage, refers to a coin that has lost much of its original brightness and appears faded or lifeless. This can happen when the coin has been exposed to air, moisture, or repeated handling without protection. The dull appearance may also result from tiny surface abrasions that scatter light rather than reflect it evenly. In circulated coins, dull surfaces often indicate long periods of use or storage in poor conditions. While dull damage usually lowers the grade of a coin, collectors still examine such pieces closely because a rare mint error or unusual feature can still make the coin valuable, even when the surface is not perfect. Roosevelt surface wear is another important factor in determining the condition of a 2020 D. Roosevelt dime. The highest points of the design, such as Roosevelt's hair and cheek, are the first to show signs of wear. As the coin continues to circulate, these areas gradually flatten and lose detail. On the reverse side, the bands on the torch may become less sharp, making the coin appear worn. Collectors often tilt the coin under strong light to observe how the wear affects the details and to determine whether the coin still retains clear lettering and recognizable features. Coins that maintain visible details despite dull surfaces can still be considered collectible, especially if they show signs of careful handling during part of their circulation life. The possibility of a 2020 D. Roosevelt dime reaching a value as high as $360,000 in today's auction market would most likely depend on the presence of a rare mint error or highly unusual variety. Mint errors occur during the striking process when something unexpected happens, such as misaligned dies, doubled images, or missing design elements. These rare mistakes create coins that are different from standard issues, making them highly desirable among collectors. Because only a limited number of such coins exist, they can attract strong competition when offered in auctions, sometimes resulting in very high final prices. A professional grading plays a major role in confirming the value of rare coins. When collectors believe they have found a valuable 2020 D. Roosevelt dime, they often submit it to professional grading services where experts inspect the coin carefully. The grading process involves checking the coin's authenticity, evaluating the level of wear, and assigning a grade that represents its condition. After grading, the coin is sealed inside a protective holder that helps prevent further damage and preserves its current state. Coins that have been authenticated and graded professionally are usually more trusted by buyers and often achieve better results in auction markets. Scratches, dull damage, and general wear combine to create a unique look for every circulated coin. Some coins show evenly spread wear across the surface, while others develop concentrated marks in specific areas. Collectors study these patterns to understand how the coin was handled during its time in circulation. A coin that shows moderate wear but still retains clear lettering and balanced design elements, may still be appealing to collectors. Even small differences in surface condition can influence how collectors judge the coin and determine its potential value in the market. Next coin, the 2005 Roosevelt 1 dime with the P mint mark, is a modern United States coin that many people have used in everyday purchases. Yet certain rare examples from this year have gained serious attention among collectors because of unusual characteristics and strong demand in the auction market. This coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is represented by the small P mint mark, located near the date on the obverse side of the coin. The Roosevelt dime series has been part of American currency since 1946, honoring President Franklin D. Roosevelt for his leadership and influence on American history. By the year 2005, millions of Roosevelt dimes were produced for circulation, making most examples common. But collectors continue to study this date carefully in search of rare pieces that stand apart from the rest. The 2005 P Roosevelt dime is made from a copper core with an outer layer of nickel, giving the coin its silver-colored appearance and durable structure. The official weight of the coin is approximately 2.27 grams, and collectors often measure the weight to confirm that the coin matches the correct mint specifications. Circulated examples from 2005 usually show visible signs of use, including scratches, dull surfaces, and small contact marks from repeated handling. These marks develop naturally as the coin travels through pockets, cash drawers, and coin counting machines. Over time, the original shine of the coin fades, leaving behind a more worn appearance that helps collectors determine the coin's grade and level of circulation. Scratches are one of the most common features found on circulated coins, and they play an important role in determining value. Light scratches may appear as fine hairline marks across the surface, often caused by friction with other coins. Deeper scratches may occur when the coin is dropped or comes into contact with hard surfaces. In a 2005 P. Roosevelt dime, collectors closely examine the portrait of Roosevelt to see how the scratches affect the design, particularly around the hair, cheek, and jawline. On the reverse side, scratches can appear across the torch and branches, sometimes reducing the sharpness of the details. Coins with fewer scratches and smoother surfaces are usually more appealing to collectors and may receive better grades during professional evaluation. Illusion's damage to the surface of a coin is another important factor in evaluating circulated examples. Damage may include dents, scuffs, flattened areas, or rough patches that appear after years of use. In some cases, damage occurs when a coin is struck against hard objects or exposed to harsh environments. A damaged surface often appears uneven or dull, making the coin less attractive to collectors. However, even coins with noticeable damage may still attract interest if they contain rare minting errors or unique features. Collectors understand that rarity can sometimes outweigh minor damage, especially when the coin displays unusual characteristics that make it stand out from normal circulation pieces. It was Surface wear is also a key sign of circulation and can be seen on the highest points of the coin's design. On the obverse side, Roosevelt's hair and facial features may begin to flatten as the coin continues to circulate. On the reverse side, the bands on the torch and the outlines of the branches may lose their sharpness. A circulated coin with moderate wear still retains clear lettering and visible design elements, making it recognizable and collectible. The level of wear helps determine the coin's grade, with lower grades showing heavier wear and higher grades retaining more detail and clarity. Proper storage in coin holders can help prevent additional wear and protect the coin's remaining details. The possibility of a 2005 Roosevelt dime reaching a value as high as $370,000 in today's auction market would almost certainly depend on the presence of a rare mint error or special variety. Mint errors occur during the production process when something unexpected happens, such as misaligned dies, doubled images, or incomplete design strikes. These errors create coins that differ from standard issues, making them highly desirable among collectors. Because such errors are rare, they often attract strong bidding when offered at auction. A coin with a dramatic mint error can achieve a much higher price than a normal circulated coin from the same year. Professional grading is a major step in determining the true value of a rare coin. When collectors discover a potentially valuable 2005 Roosevelt dime, they often submit it to professional grading services where experts inspect the coin carefully. The grading process involves verifying authenticity, evaluating the condition, and assigning a grade that represents the coin's overall quality. After grading, the coin is sealed in a protective holder that helps preserve its condition and prevent further damage. Coins that have been professionally graded are generally trusted more by buyers and often sell for higher prices in auction markets. E-soles, scratches, damage, and surface wear together create a unique appearance for each circulated coin. Some coins show evenly distributed wear, while others display concentrated damage in certain areas. Collectors study these patterns to understand the coin's history and determine whether it still has strong visual appeal. A coin with balanced wear and limited damage may remain desirable, especially if it retains clear lettering and recognizable features. Even small improvements in condition can make a noticeable difference in the final value assigned by collectors and auction houses. The Philadelphia Mint, responsible for producing the 2005 Roosevelt dime, has supplied billions of coins for circulation across the United States. Because of this high production, most examples remain common and are worth only their face value. However, the possibility of discovering a rare variety or mint error continues to inspire collectors to search through coin rolls and everyday change. Next coin, the 2004 Roosevelt 1 dime with the P mint mark, is a modern United States coin that is commonly found in circulation. Yet certain rare examples have attracted strong attention from collectors due to unusual characteristics and exceptional preservation or error features. This coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which is identified by the small P mint mark located near the date on the obverse side of the coin. The Roosevelt dime series has been part of U.S. coinage since 1946, honoring President Franklin D. Roosevelt, and by 2004, it had become one of the most widely used coins in everyday transactions across the country. Millions of 2004 P-dimes were struck for circulation, meaning most examples are very common. But collectors still examine this date carefully in search of rare varieties or minting mistakes that can dramatically increase value. The 2004 P. Roosevelt dime is made of a copper core coated with a nickel outer layer, giving it a bright silver appearance while maintaining strength and durability. The official weight of the coin is approximately 2.27 grams, and collectors often check weight and dimensions to confirm authenticity. Circulated examples from 2004 are extremely common and usually show signs of wear and tear from daily use. These signs include scratches, dull surfaces, and small contact marks caused by coins rubbing against each other in pockets, cash registers, and counting machines. Over time, this constant movement removes the original mint luster and replaces it with a more worn and flattened appearance. Scratches are one of the most visible features on circulated coins and play an important role in grading and valuation. Light scratches appear as thin lines across the surface and are typically caused by normal handling or contact with other coins. Deeper scratches can occur when a coin is dropped on hard surfaces or dragged against rough materials. In a 2004 P. Roosevelt dime, collectors carefully inspect the portrait of Roosevelt, focusing on the hair, cheek, and jawline to see how scratches affect the design. On the reverse side, scratches may cross the torch and branches, reducing clarity and visual appeal. Coins with fewer scratches and smoother surfaces are generally more desirable and may achieve higher grades in professional evaluation. Earwound's wear and tear is another major factor in determining the condition of a circulated coin. As the coin moves through circulation, the highest points of the design begin to flatten due to repeated friction. On the obverse side, Roosevelt's facial features gradually lose sharpness, especially around the hair and cheekbone. On the reverse side, the torch design and surrounding branches may appear less detailed as wear continues. Coins in higher circulated grades still retain clear lettering and recognizable design elements, while heavily worn examples may appear smooth and lack fine details. The level of wear helps determine the coin's grade and overall collectible value. In some cases, coins may also show surface damage, which includes marks such as dents, rough patches, or uneven textures caused by environmental exposure or physical impact. Surface damage can significantly affect the visual appeal of a coin, especially when it interferes with key design elements. However, collectors sometimes still show interest in damaged coins if they contain rare mint errors or unusual striking features. Even with visible damage, a coin can still hold value if it is considered rare enough or if it has a unique characteristic that sets it apart from standard circulation pieces. The possibility of a 2004 Roosevelt dime reaching a value as high as $380,000 in today's auction market would almost certainly depend on the presence of an extremely rare mint error or a unique variety. Mint errors occur during the production process when something goes wrong during the striking of the coin. These errors may include double designs, off-center strikes, missing design elements, or die cracks that create unusual patterns on the surface. Because such errors are extremely rare, they become highly desirable among collectors who compete to acquire them at auction. When a rare error coin appears, strong bidding can drive the price far beyond normal expectations. Professional grading plays a crucial role in determining the value of rare coins. When collectors believe they have found a valuable 2004 Roosevelt dime, they send it to grading services where experts carefully examine the coin for authenticity and condition. The grading process includes checking the level of wear, surface quality, and any unusual features. After evaluation, the coin is assigned a grade and sealed in a protective holder. This helps preserve its condition and builds trust among buyers in the market. Coins that are professionally graded and authenticated often achieve stronger results in auctions due to increased confidence from collectors. Wear and tear combined with scratches creates a unique appearance for every circulated coin. Some coins show even wear across the surface, while others display concentrated marks in specific areas depending on how they were handled. Collectors analyze these patterns to understand the coin's circulation history and determine whether it still retains collectible appeal. A coin with balanced wear and minimal surface damage may still attract interest, especially if it has clear details and strong eye appeal despite circulation. The Philadelphia Mint, responsible for producing the 2004 Roosevelt dime, has produced billions of coins for circulation across the United States. Because of this high mintage, most examples remain common and are worth only their face value. However, the search for rare varieties and mint errors continues to drive collector interest. Many collectors carefully examine rolls of dimes and pocket change, hoping to discover a valuable mistake or unusual strike.